Hey, fellow artists, let me make sure I'm not blurry to y'all. Hey, welcome to the 15th Psycheopera Creators Live, where I showcase fellow builders of musical instruments and their work, whether it's rustic cigar box guitars, traditional flutes, trash bin percussion, homemade synthesizers, software instruments, DIY MIDI controllers, or classical guitars made by master luthiers. If it's made by humans, in a workshop and not by machines in a factory, then I want to talk about it. I apologize for logging in late today. We were working out some technical difficulties, and we do have a guest in the forum, so we're going to start hitting the ground running today with Tom Bacon from Cherry Blossom Studios. Let me move to my guest window. Tom, tell us about those psycho boxes you're
Yes.
building.
So I I've made a couple. I actually had another one that had a blue face. I don't know if you can see it there. So you have the settings, and you can go from the bypass. So unlike a traditional guitar pedal, an effects pedal that has that push button, and forgive me, I don't know exactly what it's called. So you just do that little click
Yeah,
and you step in.
the foot. Yeah,
Yes.
the
So
foot
these
skip.
you actually, I have the chicken head knobs, and you can get these from CB Giddy, and I went a little punk rock there
Nice,
with
love
the
it.
labeling.
Retro.
I love
Yeah, a
it.
little retro, right? And
Yes.
it just takes a 9-volt battery, and it comes with the whole kit. It's super easy, to get together and piece together. Um, I'll open it up. So yeah, so it's real simple, real easy once you.
Really nice. And since I've because it is powered circuitry, I think you don't need a piezo preamp with that, right? Tom?
No, you do not. You do not. And
Awesome.
I had mentioned this. I don't know. I think I had mentioned this when we talked, but I had found on eBay and at an estate sale, I have two. Right now, I have three and a half. The half being the prototype. So these old Polaroid land cameras, you can't get the film for them anymore. So they're basically going to end up in a landfill. So what I did was I took the same setup and I was
Nice.
able to turn it into. So you have your input there, your output,
So you're
output.
building more of those cameras. You're
Wow.
sourcing those
Yes.
cameras. Yes.
Yes. And so it's kind of neat. And again, it has the same settings. And I played around with the blue on this one. And this is actually food coloring. And it really matches the blue of the
Huh.
actual product there. I think so. But
Wow.
yeah,
What does it do?
it
That.
actually,
Oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead, Tom. Go ahead.
So
It's your thing.
no, no, no. It's our thing. We're all talking. So it has the bypass. So it's basically, so you hook up your guitar. Obviously, you plug it in. You plug it into the input, and then you take another cord and you plug it into your amp. So it's an effects pedal, but without it being a pedal that you would normally have, at your feet, like a regular guitar
Right.
pedal. And then the bypass obviously is what I guess like a clean channel. So whatever your guitar is turned to and whatever your amp is tuned to, it's going to come through clean. And then you can do a boost, which gives it a little more power, a little more twang, a little louder. And then you go to the blues setting, and then it has a rock and a metal setting. So it's
Nice.
You could have. Wow. I'm trying to
yeah. So
think.
I couldn't see these things before, and I looked at it. I said, "Geez, I have these kits, and I know City Giddy has these kits." And I said, "What a I thought it was a great way to repurpose something that's going to end up
That's gonna
someplace
end up
else."
in a
Yeah, yeah,
landfill, and it's such a pretty piece of
yeah. It's
nostalgia.
beautiful.
That's a very nice thing.
Yeah, I mean, so from the front, it's very unassuming. You're like, "Oh my God, he collects cameras," and then obviously you turn it so you have the output and then the input.
Wow.
I did have to take some of the insides out to get everything to work.
Right.
Um, there was a frame here that would actually hold the oh goodness, the
The
Film.
film
the film pack. Those are, thank you, Lawrence. The film senior moment, and the battery where the two AA batteries would go. I took that piece out just to have the room. But it's, I mean, super simple, quick and easy, and it really it works great.
Amazing.
I had another one that was a little taller box, you know, and I just given it to a friend of mine for his 60th birthday, and he loves it, and he collects regular 6-string guitars. He has a bunch of BC Rich guitars and some Ibanez guitars, and he likes his rock and metal. So
There you go.
yeah.
How much are you selling your camera boxes for, Tom?
Well, the kit itself is $39.99. So between the work and actually, doing what you need to
Right.
do, and the fact that I mean, these have been on. I saw some on eBay anywhere from $5 or $6 all the way up to like 25 or $35. I was fortunate. The 3 that I have, I think I paid I paid less than $30 for. The first one I got in an estate sale, and that was my prototype, and I kind of mangled it and busted some things on it, trying to figure out what to do.
It happens
Especially,
with prototypes.
yeah, especially trying to get the battery pack on the bottom. I ended up using, I outlined the battery box itself, and then I went back and used the Dremel and cut that out and sanded everything. But the first one I just really just kind of destroyed in trying to figure it out. But these I'm going, like the cigar boxes. I have this one listed just because between time and effort and doing what we do. So $40 for the kit. I have
That's
this one
not
listed
bad,
for
Tom.
I have
For an
this one
effects
listed.
pedal, that's not bad at
Yes.
all.
So with all my work that I put into it, choosing the box and all that other fun stuff, so I'm going 75 on these, and I'm hoping I've listed these for 85. So we'll
Okay.
see what happens.
You know what? It's good value for money, and
Yes.
and for people who, not just for people who play cigar box guitar, but collectors who collect cameras, who collect
Mhm.
cigar boxes, because there are people who collect cigar boxes, beautiful art on cigar boxes, um, and who are also musicians. What a
Yeah.
beautiful way to indulge in your collecting and also have the thing do something, you know?
Mhm. Mhm.
I think it's great that you're upcycling these old Polaroids that are just gonna go end up in a landfill.
Oh, it is?
Okay, yeah,
Yep, it's Polaroid Color Pack 2.
there you
That's
go.
what I've got.
Yeah,
Wow. So it would actually emit what do you call it? A finished picture, photo?
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Oh,
And
wow.
I've actually covered it up because this is from the early to mid 70s. So you actually have the cold plate here, and you can still see some of the instructions.
Nice.
So if you had to take it out in the colder weather and sandwich it, this piece actually comes out and it opens up, and you could sandwich the film between it if you needed
Oh,
to.
wow.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
because
pretty.
I have 2 old Polaroids. One is like uh, it's somewhat metallic and brown. That's all I can say is it's brown. And the other one's like probably from the early 80s. It's one of the black ones with the flip up flash.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I have one upstairs. I won't run and get it now, just for time wise. But it's even older than one of these. So it actually, you open it up, but it actually extends. So you have that
Oh, nice.
that accordion
Yeah, I
feel to
have
it.
the accordion one too. That's the brown
Yeah.
one.
Scott
Yeah.
Hovitt says my father still has a bunch of the old classic brownies made a long
Yeah.
time ago. And Liesel says, I love these. Cool beans, Liesel. Folks, if you're a musician and but you're also a collector of retro tech, after the stream, I'm going to link Tom's contact information to the video description of this live, so you can contact him. And if you want to get your hands on one of his old Psycho box Polaroids, you can get a hold of him. So
And if you
Yeah.
mention the live stream, maybe I'll give you like 10 or 15% off.
there you go. There you go.
Awesome.
See, there are benefits to watching the replay
Benefits.
of the live.
And
Awesome.
and I would like to interrupt just for a second. I do have to thank you both very much. A, for your support. B, for all of your suggestions. And C, I know I couldn't make it to last week's, but thank you so much for for the shout out and promoting my first video and all
Oh,
that good
Tom,
stuff.
it's my
Can't thank
Oh,
you.
it's
pleasure.
a pleasure.
You've been such a wonderful friend on and off this channel, and yeah, we gotta help each other out. And man, YouTube has been really a blessing this year. I've met so many wonderful people. It's like I wish we were all neighbors. I wish like
That'd be
Tom
great.
lived next door and
Yeah.
could meet up
Well,
and do a fire pit and have some meat and chill.
I'm just using you to get to Lawrence. So
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's it.
uh,
It's Lawrence
I need
for
I
the
need I need so-
monetized
I
channel.
need someone on my tech end to help me out. So
oh,
Oh,
really?
okay.
Oh,
Okay,
well, to be honest with you, Liza's the one that is more tech oriented with physical matter.
with physical matter.
sorry,
You mean
it's
not with software? I
Yeah, I mean, I'm more software. I mean, yeah, I have some physical hardware synths and stuff, but you're the one that actually has sawdust on her hands.
yeah. It's like I'm the
I'm
sawdust
actually
myself.
I'm actually covered in some now. I was helping my daughter. We found this awesome little curio box at an estate sale a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
Ooh.
wow.
Yeah, and she's just 11-year-old, and she's started middle school, and she has her perfumes and all this fun stuff. And she's
Nice.
like, "Hey, can we update this and can we sand it down and will you help me paint it and all that stuff?" So I was just
Oh.
outside with her. So some of the part of that is drying, and I know she'll expect me upstairs again soon.
Are you going to turn it into a preamp? Here, honey.
When she's ready to start it, I guess I'll have to upcycle it.
You know that I mean, Tom, those are also things you could share on your channel. I know your channel is about cigar box guitars, but all
Yes.
of these crafting projects. I mean, one way that I discovered, cigar box guitar channels is I like watching crafting channels in general, and it gives me ideas on techniques that I could apply to building CBGs. And so share those other crafting projects. Yeah.
I know my next video in a couple of weeks, I'm actually going into the process of using the Mod Podge and how to get that, securely on your surface, on your guitar pod and
Oh,
all that. So that'll be a little more of a step by step and not just, a few minutes of me saying, "Hey, check this out."
Yeah,
So
looking forward to that Mod Podge video. I mean, the art that you have on your CBGs, I really want to learn your transfer method. So I look forward to that tutorial.
thank you. Thank you.
Something
yeah.
else that I'll link in the video description box of this live when the video becomes available. So cool beans.
Yeah, Scott's a builder too.
Scott, you are a builder? What are you building, Scott? You should be
Yeah.
on this show if you're a builder.
Yeah, yeah. So for the cameras, I think uh, obviously you don't want them on the floor and being stomped on.
No.
You might want
No, they
to,
have a switch. They
yeah,
have a
yeah.
little switch, a rotor
So
switch.
you
Yes.
would probably sit it on the amp or a stool or something. It would look
Yes.
cool. I
Yeah.
think it would look good on stage.
Yeah, on stage, on top of the amp, as
Mhm.
part of the setup. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I only wish you could do dual duty because it'd be great to be like, jam and then stop and then be like, "Hold on, folks," and like take a shot of the crowd, and then post that later.
Well, Tom, that is possible, and I'll tell you how. If you were to hide a webcam inside of that and
Oh.
then run a USB cable, I've worked with webcams and done rudimentary motion capture and stuff like that, live performance stuff where movements create sound, and also processing an image and spitting it back to the audience. I mean, there's a lot you could do with a webcam. You could sneak it in there,
Oh,
have it
yeah.
on stage, and man, there's so much you could do with a webcam. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at my multimedia tutorials dealing with a piece of software called Max 9.
No,
But
not that
well, I've been working with a piece of software called Max MSP since I was a student. Well, what it is a graphic object oriented programming interface for it was designed for musicians and visual
one. Okay.
artists. And man, I found that with Max, you can, just by learning a few objects, you can get visuals to interact with the sounds you're making and the sounds to interact with your visuals and
Mhm.
use motion to trigger things. There's the sky's the limit with this piece of software. And I have a
Well,
lot of tutorials about it on my channel, folks. So, you know, peruse.
I mean, if you want, I can give it a quick demo and just at least go through the sound settings
Let's
if that
go
works
through
for
it.
folks.
Let's hear what it sounds like.
Let me grab my favorite diddly bow.
Aha. Scott says, I've built many things satellite receiving stations, sound level meters, to heavy mechanical equipment at factories. Scott, well, we'd love to feature your favorite builds here, Scott. Let's chat,
So
Scott.
full disclosure, I know my first official video had the Frida Kahlo build. This was the precursor. So it's Frida
Beautiful.
Kahlo as a sugar skull,
I
but like
love
you
that.
did with those. So there's that. And so, yeah. So
Beautiful
it's
build.
really fun. Thank you. Thank you. So hopefully, all right, we'll use the camera. Give me a second here. Sorry.
No,
Ah,
take your time. I bet you're keeping that Frida Kahlo sugar skull. It's not for sale, right?
I don't know. It might be. It might be.
it's,
So
it's so
between this one,
pretty.
I know. I do love this one. All right. So let's see. Guitar input.
Oh, it
So
matches
again,
with the blue of the camera.
yes,
Love
I
that.
kind of like that blue. All right. So there's that. And let me get my little big plug for the honeytone.
Ooh,
I go back and forth between this and the Orange Crush Mini. This is
haha.
this is fun to take to the craft shows because it has the little buckle. You can clip it on your belt or
Oh, nice.
waistband. So when you're walking around. All right, so let's make sure this is good to go.
That's
All
cool
right,
that you're
so
not tied to your tent. That's an
yeah,
interesting.
yes.
Can
So
Hmm.
be like a marching band CBG type thing.
let's see a little louder just for the heck of it. Oh, I have it. Ooh, let's get my slide. So this is just a clean setting. So and then if we give it the boost,
Nice.
and then we hit the blues. Ooh, we got a little bit of
I
feedback.
love
Sorry.
that. Ooh.
And it's going to get even louder and a little more sacky. So now we're going to go to the rock.
Oh, I love that dirt. Love it.
Let's see. Those scorpions, and then here goes the full metal.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. Super cool, Tom.
A
Look
lot
at the
Yeah.
of a lot
sustain
of
on
fun, a lot
that.
of fun.
Yes.
So there's that. So yeah, let me know, folks, if anybody wants one or wants to just want to talk about it or the process. Please, 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 please. But I definitely had to be here again. Just thank you both for last week and the shout out, let folks know about my video and all that good stuff. So thank you again.
It is. Oh, it's our pleasure. It's our pleasure, Tom. So let's see. What do we have here in the chat? Hey, Liesel's in the chat. Hey, it's so nice to have some regulars. Scott and Liesel are hardcore stream followers. So I was gonna come on today, Tom, and Tom. Again, you're
Yes.
not obliged to stay for the whole stream. I know that you and your daughter have some plans with that build, and so whenever you need to log off, no worries.
Yep.
With the
I
press of the
appreciate
button,
that.
press of a button, because now my mouse pad is working, I can switch to another screen. So, but I've been batch building some shorty CBGs. Those are the ones with the movable frets that you can reconfigure to being chromatic frets in first position, or if you do open tuning on it, you can configure it to dulcimer style fret configuration. So I'm batch building those, having a lot of fun with that. And but one problem that I had, because I use nylon strings for those. Why? Because I hate fretting, and anything other than nylon hurts my hands. For batch building, I found that just buying classical guitar strings was not economical, and they're less expensive, relatively speaking, than steel string guitar strings. But so I found a solution in fishing line with the help of Gemini. There are um, there are some requirements to be able to use fish line as guitar strings, and I plan to produce a video about what I discovered with Gemini in regards to that. And so stay tuned for that, folks. Other thing, hey Albert, welcome to the chat. One other thing that I've been working on is learning to play my cigar box fiddle. It's kind of strange. You designed this new instrument, and now you got to learn how to play it. And and I've always had faith, made the assumption that it was playable, that you can get good sound out of it, and I'm glad I stuck with it because I've been I've been producing really nice sounds with this thing, relatively easy, and I guess the more I get a feel for it, the better and better it will sound. But those of you who are out there thinking of building a cigar box leg fiddle like mine with raised movable frets, I have some playing insights for you. Or my speaking mic is running through a channel strip that will kill music. So here we go. Let me just make a little switcheroo
Yeah. We need to set
It's
up a
interesting.
patch bay for her.
I was on a Zoom meeting last week, and I didn't realize, like when I went to play something or have another device playing, that Zoom cancels out so much background noise.
Oh
They
yeah.
couldn't, they
here.
couldn't, you know, so
It'll
they couldn't,
music, yeah.
yeah, it just completely wiped it out. They're like, yeah, we can see what you're showing us, but we can't hear it. And I was like, what? So thankfully, the ninjas.
Well, I have another mic set up.
Oh yeah, it's a rock concert now.
Wait, is it too loud?
No, I mean,
Okay,
Not unless you're
because
too old.
because I have this guy plugged in, and what's mic
It's too
is
loud. You're too old.
it's what's mic'd is my amp. So I don't want to clip. So I'm gonna lower the, and let me add a little reverb to this. This fiddle, it sounds great raw, but I am addicted to the reverbed fiddle sound. So let me see here.
That's the one thing I wish these kids had. That last button that said with the
Yes,
reverb would be awesome.
reverb. Oh yes. Hey, who knows? Someone at CB Giddy may be watching this, and you never know.
sounds like you're wrestling with it.
Yeah, I am wrestling. It just seems like all my live streams are wrestling matches with technology and different things. But yeah. So that is loud.
Yeah.
Okay, let me lower the gain on that. Let me lower.
Crank it up! Crank it up!
I think she body slammed it.
Gosh. All right, so let's get some reverb. Wait, that's tremolo. Okay, no. I don't want tremolo. I want the reverb. Okay, there we go. How about now? Sounding all right?
Yeah, I hear the reverb.
But is it distorting? Is it too loud?
A little, but it sounds like intentional distortion.
No, it's not intentional.
Oh.
Let me back the mic away.
I'd live with it. You know, it sounds good.
Back the mic away. Back the mic away. How about now?
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I have to cut myself up. I'm sorry to all of you and those of you in the chat and the live stream. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all soon. Line's
Tom,
always
All
a
right.
pleasure.
thank you
Lawrence,
so
thank you.
much for
No,
dropping
no,
in, Tom.
no. I know. I appreciate you both, and thank you so much. And everyone else, take care, enjoy, and you better like and subscribe all this fun stuff that she's showing you, or else,
Or else
or
Tom
else
will come
there,
after
there
you.
won't be any discounts on my products over
There
here.
you go. So,
Lawrence,
bye,
take care.
Tom.
Liza, always a
All right.
pleasure.
You
Thank
take
you.
care.
All right,
Ciao.
see you soon. Thank you so much.
All right.
Alrighty, folks.
So I guess it's good that you're starting a concert now.
Well, I just want to show off some playing techniques that have helped me get good sound out of this leg fiddle. Um, the first thing that I discovered in trying to make, for those of you who are building the same thing that I've built, you know, cigar box leg fiddle with raised movable frets. Lesson number one, do not apply too much bow pressure. We want to be able to hear Lawrence's weird commentary, so.
Well, you could always play with its full screen and then switch it back after if it's not too hard. I know OBS is.
I could do that. I could do that.
Yeah, because I think people would like to see you play right now more so than two bears or hearing me.
Two bears? Those are two cats. That's me and
Oh,
Pete.
sorry.
How
Oh,
can
excuse
you
me.
confuse cats with bears? Since when have I ever been a bear person?
I'm not known as the most accurate viewing person or seeing person in the world.
Ay, ay, ay. Scott, you see what I have to deal with, Scott? You see what I have to deal with, guys in the chat? Bears.
Cat bears.
Yeah, not my spirit animal. My spirit
Bear
animal
cat.
is cat.
There is such a thing as bear cats. Apparently, they're from Cincinnati.
Really?
Yeah,
What do they look
I don't know.
like?
But
Okay.
a university named themselves after him.
Are you sure it isn't a mythical creature like what we see on Avatar platypus bears and things like that?
No, but while you're switching scenes, I could look it up. So
Okay.
there's something for
You'll
us
be able to
do.
display the bear cat from Cincinnati?
I I don't know that I can display things here. Oh yeah, I can, but it'll appear in my tiny frame.
In your tiny frame.
Yeah, don't worry about it. That your performance or your demo is the more important thing. So work on that.
Okay. And because Lawrence insulted my cats, my amp turned itself off. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm gonna change screens and share a little bit of some playing insights for those of you who want to build a leg fiddle like this and want to, get started making nice sounds with it right away. And so I'm switching screens. Haha! Now you can see me full screen with my fiddle. Okay. So as I was mentioning before, the lighter the touch with the bow, the more stable your sound will be. And I found that underhand bowing, the style of bowing you would use with a viola da gamba, yields that light touch. I did watch a few tutorials on how to underhand bow. I am not an expert at underhand bowing, and it's not something I'd feel comfortable making a tutorial on right now. But if you're interested in learning how to underhand bow, just simply do this. Search YouTube for viola da gamba bowing tutorials. That is viola da gamba bowing tutorials, and there are a bunch of viola da gamba players out there who are producing tutorials about underhand bowing. And so yeah, you'll want to check this out. And Liesel, yes, I can't wait to see your version of the leg fiddle. I'm really interested in seeing your build. light touches, more stable tones. That's what I've discovered. In as far as fretting is concerned, I found that I do not need to press down very hard on the frets. And in fact, when I do that, I produce a bend unintentionally. So if you don't want to bend the tone just enough so that the fret shortens the string, that's enough to get your note. So a light touch on the bow and a light touch on the fretting. And in as far as the movable fret placement, I've been keeping my strings tuned as perfect fits. Now, with diatonic fret configuration, that means you're going to get one mode on one string and a parallel mode on the other string. Tune in octaves or in unison if I wanted to. Use one of the strings just simply use one of the strings as a drone string and just play. But I find that you get really interesting options. You can shift between two parallel modes if you stay tuned in fits. Here, first, let me check the placement of my frets for a second. And I'm using my ear to mess around with the placement. Flat. Flat 7, I need flat 7. Okay, so what I did was use the first string to set up a natural minor configuration, fret configuration. So a natural minor fret configuration on the first string will yield a different mode on the second string. So let's hear it. This is natural minor. But if you continue the scale on the second string, you're not going to get natural minor. You're going to get something else. You're going to get... And instead of playing 5 here, you play 5 here. You get Dorian if you continue the scale onto the second string. But you can have both natural minor and Dorian if you decide to place upper melodic notes on the first string and then just grab some Dorian notes. So that's a nice combination. So a natural minor configuration on string 1 will give you Dorian notes on string 2. Now the difference between natural minor and Dorian mode is just one note. It's this. Scale degree 6. If you raise scale degree 6 of natural minor by a half step, you're using major mode 6 in a minor scale, and that gives you Dorian mode. That's the raise 6. But if I want natural minor, I can continue on the first string. that's the natural minor scale degree 6. But let me do a little bit of playing here. And then I've brought in the latest video that I produced with this fiddle into OBS because I want to scrub through some highlights, showcase my best playing on my leg fiddle. So folks, yeah, I'm gonna continue to work with this fiddle, learn how to play a few tunes on it for craft markets. After I finish improving these frets, I gotta remake these frets, I will build my second leg fiddle, and maybe in a deeper range. By the way, shout out to Jeff Elliott. I don't know if he's watching, but he'll probably catch the replay at some point. Thank you, Jeff Elliott, for the tool you sent me to help me reshape my frets. I received it in the mail yesterday. Strength, and those tools do not give me the leverage I need to shape these frets properly. So I look forward to working with Jeff's tool to see if I can sort out these frets. And one of the reasons I haven't been able to experiment with chromatic playing is because I can't get these copper frets to lay flat. But the fretboard projection is correct for chromatic fretting because I tested it before shaping the wire. And so long as these 12 gauge frets lay completely flat on the fingerboard, I won't get fret buzz. But the thing is, I mean, you get a lot of bends and weird things happening when you try to shape a heavy gauge wire by hand and you don't have the strength to do so. And do you have trouble with the frets moving on you while you're playing it? Sometimes, Scott, when I'm a little too aggressive with my playing, and usually that leads to bad sounds anyways. But if I fret correctly, meaning I don't try to dig my fingers all the way down to the fretboard, which I'm not supposed to do because I get a bend that way. It's a bad habit in doing that. When I play the way that I'm supposed to, there is no movement. And right now I just have my frets tied off with nylon and some improvised stuff because I ran out of nylon. But it holds pretty well. Check this out. I'm gonna slide between frets so you could see that, you know, it's really hard to get a fret to move. So with the proper pressure, had to adjust the one there. With the proper pressure and correct playing, these frets don't move on me. I plan to use instead of nylon once I rebuild my frets, leather rope that I have for jewelry making, and you know, leather's kind of sticky. I think it'll work better, even better than nylon or than, you know, hemp rope. So But you can't fix them permanently. I could if I wanted to, Scott, but I don't want to. And the reason for that is when you use something like diatonic fretting, you just map out the notes you need to play a song faster. You don't have to really look for your notes, which is what you would have to do with chromatic fretting. And also, an advantage to having movable frets is that you can conform to non-Western tunings if you wanted to. Oh, my pleasure, Scott. My pleasure, Scott. And some builders out there, maybe Liza will make permanent frets, chromatic frets. Liza has a lot of experience building cigar box guitars and diddley bows. She may go the fixed fret route. It all depends on. For me, I wanted to build an instrument that I could actually play myself, and here all the notes are laid out for a song that I want to play. And if I want to play a different song in a different mode, all I have to do is move my frets around and the notes are laid out in front of me. I don't have to search for them. So. Oh, Jeff, welcome. He says, sorry, I can't watch at our favorite winery today. Well, enjoy your winery, Jeff. Thanks for popping in to say hello, though. By the way, Jeff, thank you so much for sending me the tool. I'm still here, folks. I'm still here. It's my camera. So I was just making fun of Lawrence, who came on with a badger. He said it's called,
now you say it's a badger. Before you said it was an otter.
Yes. I can't tell which one. It could be an otter. It could be a badger. It's one of those things. But apparently it's a bear cat from Cincinnati.
Well, that's just according to the internet. I don't know. Well, and the Bearcats, that's their mascot, the Cincinnati Bearcats, the University of Cincinnati.
Maybe that's what they call that otter locally, is a bear cat.
I don't know. Apparently, it's in a zoo there. It looks like the term bearcat, and this is actually quite intriguing. The term bearcat originally referred to pandas because the Chinese word qiong, that means panda, actually literally meant bear cat. And isn't that interesting how the things on Avatar are kind of like combination terms?
Yes,
Yeah,
like
for
platypus
things.
bear and yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. That might be why they do that, because a lot of times some of the animals at least in China, it seems like they use two other animal terms to refer to, something that exhibits traits of the two. Although a panda, I don't think exhibits many cat traits.
I don't think so either.
But anyway, eventually it referred to these other things, something that's like similar to a civet or I don't know. So they might be Chinese. I don't know. I didn't want to read the whole thing because
it's interesting because people also refer to civets as a type of cat. Like that cat coffee, it really isn't cat poop coffee. It's civet poop coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why they call, in that context, civets cats. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, actually, you may want to explain that a little bit before people who haven't heard of it start thinking the wrong thing.
Scott says otter swims in the water mainly. A badger is on land always.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
they look similar, don't they? Otters and I don't know. I've seen an otter, but
maybe
I've
not
up
close.
Up close.
Maybe, I mean, up close they probably don't look as similar, but when you're just saying a furry thing in the wild that is not as big as a bear, then you might even throw wolverines into that.
Yes, yes, Wolverine looks similar to this creature you have there, but just to explain in case you folks. I'm not trying to be vulgar. There there I don't know where this tradition is from. I don't remember, but somewhere in the world there's a tradition where you feed civets uh, coffee berries, and then somebody waits around for them to.
I don't think they just stand there and wait. It's like they collect them after.
Yeah, they harvest the product, they clean it off, and then you get a coffee bean that's been processed by the digestive system of the civet. And supposedly, the coffee that you make with that processed coffee is very good. I've never tried it, so I can't. I love coffee, by the way, and I'd be open to trying it, but I've never tried it myself, so I'm not gonna knock the tradition. I don't know where it's from, but I think you can buy civet coffee somewhere, and
Oh yeah.
you can order it online. And I haven't gone out of my way to buy it. It is expensive, but yeah. But the thing is, they called civet coffee cat coffee. I don't know why. Um, because the it was they didn't feed the coffee berries to a cat. I don't even think a cat would eat a coffee berry. So I don't know why it's called cat coffee. Anyway, um, badgers are is this Scott? He knows a lot about badgers.
Well, he's
Uh,
in Michigan,
that's
right?
right. He should know about badgers. Badgers are fierce animals,
And Wolverines.
and they'll defend against most all other animals. Otters are playful creatures. Yeah, Scott. Yeah, I'd hate to run into a badger if that's what they're like. Goodness gracious. Minnesota. So, so these badgers, do they go looking for trouble in your neck of the woods, Scott? Because most of the wild animals here in Florida tend to leave us alone. Even the rattlesnakes tend to leave us alone. Um, so they've stayed out of our way. Foxes, they run away when they see you. They like to peek in on you. I caught one peeking in on my workshop while I was working, but the moment you turn to look at them, they're running. I've seen coyotes on our property, but they're like high and by creatures. They do not stick around for you to interact with them at all. Liesel says, I have to make a move. Peeps, Liza, I love the leg fiddle. I am even more intrigued now. See you soon, peeps. Thank you, Liesel, for dropping in on the live. And yeah, Liesel, I look forward to seeing your leg fiddle. That's gonna be a treat, my friend. Oh my gosh. And so, yeah. Well, the reason we even got on the topic of badgers and civets is because Lawrence mistaked my cats for bears. And it's like, when have you ever seen me make t-shirts with featuring bears or videos featuring bears? You know that the cat is my spirit animal. So, yeah, that there's a cat playing my cat to back, not a bear. There's a cat playing a banjo, not a bear. By the way, that cat playing a banjo represents my friend Pete, who's helping me put together my musical program in November. Yeah, Scott, I mean, ridiculous, right? Definitely gonna do a little post-production on this stream, folks, so that it's easier to watch on the replay. I'll also have all the links that I promised in the video description box if you want to get a hold of Tom's psycho boxes and his Polaroid camera psycho boxes. His email address will be available in the video description box after the live ends. I'm going to paste it there right away, so you can contact him if you're interested in getting a hold of his work audio. By the way, earworms tonight, folks. We are covering a series that I wanted to cover on earworms for a long time. We're going to touch upon the theme, the story, and the music of Babylon 5. So if you're a sci-fi fan and you love Babylon 5, you're not going to want to miss tonight's earworms at 7 p.m. So I guess I'll take this moment to switch screens. I wanted to show you highlights of this video. So that first, to make you guys aware that I do have a playlist where I've produced meditative, relaxing videos featuring my instruments, my cigar box guitar, and in this latest video, which is my first ASMR video, featuring my leg fiddle. And in this video showcases a prime example of what the fiddle sounds like when I'm actually concentrating and trying to get good sounds out of it. You'll hear some really nice pluck sounds featuring the bends that I can make with this fiddle, and you'll also hear some nicely bowed sounds. Yeah, and so thanks, Scott. Scott is always looking out for my stream here. So it's like, hey, there's something wrong here. There's something wrong here. We appreciate Scott. Scott is our rock, folks. I don't know what Lawrence and I would do without Scott in our stream. Hey, Lawrence, your audio's back.
You hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you now.
Okay.
Cool beans. And so I don't want to play the whole video for you guys, but I do want to play highlights from the video that feature pluck sounds from my fiddle, well-bowed sounds from my fiddle, and sound design. I did some processing and created some really cool new sounds from recordings of my fiddle. So let's listen. Yes, that is sumac I harvested from my property, folks. Anyone have sumac available on their property? Anyone else in the sumac club? Not poison sumac. Maybe they're watching the live. Maybe they're watching the replay. If you're watching the replay and you have sumac on the property and you also make sumac lemonade or sumac tea, let me know in the comments below. You are officially in the sumac club. Okay. I think in your area, Scott, you're a bit too up north. Well, instead of me telling you a little bit about the sumac, I tell you about the sumac in the video. So let me just play this portion. Yeah, I think you're too far up north. If you're that close to Canada, I don't think you'll be able to find sumac on your property. But if you're in any one of the southern states, sandy, well-draining soil, and yeah, sumac is a very, very special plant. And in this video that I produced, I tell you why. Let me in the video tell you, because it's a nicely produced video, so my thoughts aren't all over the place. So let me just play you a little bit about the sumac on here. But if this might inspire you to, if you see these berries on your property, first scan them with an app that you trust, and if you're able to positively identify it as winged sumac, as an edible sumac, then this will interest you. Here we go. While you help me pick up sticks, I serve up a refreshingly sour sumac berry infusion, made with beautiful wild berry clusters harvested from this homestead, a gift from this land. This ancient beverage was prized in the Americas and throughout the Roman Empire before citrus became available in these regions. The Cherokee and other Native American nations associate sumac-infused beverages with purification and renewal. I harvested these berries yesterday. It's been a dry week, and they were ripe, sticky, and ready for picking. It seems like nature gives you what you need when you need it. I'll have some more CBG homesteading videos available, folks. And I recently took some footage of all the stuff that was fruiting on our property. So, including sumac. So you'll get to see sumac on the plant, so that that can also help you positively identify it if you're in a southern state. And but yeah, sumac has a rich history on this side of the world, on this side of the pond, and also in Europe, in the Middle East. It is it just it grows everywhere on our property. Grows everywhere. We have like a sumac orchard, and I have more berry clusters to go and harvest and make agua fresca with, or other teas with. So yeah, uh, you'll see some more sumac on the. I'm our property, it's hard to grow anything on our property because we have sandy soil, but the stuff that grows natively is so productive. I harvest more from the wild plants than the stuff that we actually put in the ground and try to cultivate here. It's amazing. I mean, we have so many gifts from nature on our homestead. I'm really grateful for it. Anyway, let me fast forward to get some fiddle clips, so you could hear this fiddle at its best when I'm actually concentrating and trying to do a good job playing it. Here we go. Forgotten and powerful. Listen. And there is a little reverb placed on this, guys, because I am a reverb junkie. But check this out. Thank you, Albert. Duet with myself there. let me move to a spot where I can show you a little processing I applied to the fiddles to make new, to, I designed new sounds with recordings from my fiddle. There it is. All right, so there's a little sound design a la leg fiddle. And so you guys can probably guess what I did to process the fiddle to get that sound. Anyways, those in the chat, because I know everybody here plays around um, with audio effects in their DAWs. What do you think I did to create that sound? I know it's not going to take much for you to guess. Scott probably knows, but he's keeping it to himself. Any guesses in the chat?
Do you hear me now?
I hear you now.
Okay, good.
You'll probably have to catch the video on YouTube. Scott doesn't know. Ha! We stumped Scott. Well, that's a first. I've never been able to stump Scott before.
Hold on, I gotta hear it on YouTube.
Let's see if we stumped Lawrence and Scott. Lawrence is looking it up on YouTube.
All right, so
yes. Again, fast forward to a spot where I'm lighting the fire or rekindling the fire, and I use the process sound clip in those areas in the video. It's kind of like a leitmotif.
enhancement.
It's not so much filtering, but it is a process they applied on the.
Well, it's definitely filtered. It's definitely enhancing certain frequencies in the spectrum because I hear the dogs louder and everything.
That might be reverb applied to it. So there's reverb, and then there is a process that I applied to the fiddle sound, to the bowed fiddle sound.
Oh, the fiddle? I was talking about the ambient sound.
Right when I first.
Oh, you're talking about the reverse clips?
Okay, so you got it. Scott said that he wanted to know for sure, so we gave him the answer here on the live. I thought we were going to be able to.
Well, if they know what spot you're talking about.
I tried to tell you, but you weren't listening.
Yeah, I'm multitasking.
Yeah.
Looks like Babylon 5 is just going to be season 1, episode 1, because there's too much to talk about.
I knew that you weren't going to be able to cover as much as you wanted to cover. But the thing is, just with the clips that you have, we're going to be able to talk about the overarching theme of the entire.
Oh, yeah, that's the whole point. That's why you can't skimp on the first episode, because it sets up every major theme.
Everything is. I mean, there isn't a series in sci-fi that is so through composed where, what happens in episode 1 has a bearing on everything else, and you can't really start watching the series from the middle because you have to get what's happened in episodes before. That's what makes it so well written, is that, the entire story was planned out from the very beginning before they started producing the thing. Yes, they had to make some changes because some actors left the production, but imagine if whomever started writing the new Star Wars sequels would have thought out the story from the, would have planned out the entire story before they started producing movies. We would have gotten Star Wars. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. Well, I don't know what you guys think about that in the chat. Let me know. And if you're watching in the replay, let me know what you think
Yeah, and
about
if
that.
people haven't heard of it, it's definitely something.
We've never had a live or a performance, even in the real world, where we've not had technical issues to overcome last minute. It seems like with technology, that's the way it is. And you just have to have enough know how to navigate it as, you know, with some grace, hopefully, in front of other people. That or a ton of patience and shamelessness. So, all right, Scott. Yeah, you caught me. I have the bad habit of going off axis to my shotgun mic, which is a big mistake because this shotgun mic has a very, very narrow pickup angle. It has a 25-degree pickup angle. So if I go a little bit off axis, of course, with its extreme rejection of the environment, you're not going to be able to hear me well. So Scott is going to keep me on axis to the mic and keep me accountable to that. So
Mm.
thank you, Scott. Alrighty, folks. Well, we talked about my leg fiddle. Uh, Tom Bacon came on and talked about his beautiful Polaroid cycle pedals. And we got to talk about civets and sumac and cats.
Bearcats and
And
everything.
got to hear some of my best leg fiddle playing and sound design using my leg fiddle. So I am all talked out. Oh, we even talked about what's coming up on earworms. You don't, guys, you won't want to miss earworms at 7 p.m. today, especially if you are a big Babylon 5 fan. I am. I would like to meet other Babylon 5 fans, so please join me in the chat. Look forward to chatting with you at 7 on Earworms.
Yeah.
Lawrence is
The
chatting.
music of Christopher Frank from
Hmm.
Tangerine Dream
Nice.
is used in it. So we're going to be highlighting some clips of that. We are supposed to be a music stream overall, but we have so many other interests that we cover a lot of ground. And we'll be talking like it was a deep, rich episode. And of course, it branches off into so many things later in the overall story that, we're doing the whole thing because then you can kind of talk about like the whole overall story and some of the later things. It's not like it's just that episode. It makes references to so many things that happened. It was such great writing. I mean, especially in
Superior
the
writing.
first episode, where the first episode is not throwaway. It's like,
Which is
it's
unusual for a series.
essential. Yep.
Yeah, unusual for a series. I mean, gosh, folks, again, good writing in movies, in TV shows, in period today it's hard to find, and in fact it's almost impossible to find. And um I find myself, in order to I mean, there's some shows that I do enjoy, but I do have to acknowledge that the writing isn't so great. But you have to kind of backtrack to the 90s to find some good, well written television shows, and Babylon 5 is on the top of my list. So, and I'm a big Star Trek fan, and I must acknowledge that the writing in Babylon 5 is better than the writing in Star Trek, just because they did plan out the story of the entire series before going to
Yeah.
produce it.
I mean, I
So,
love like, uh, well, up to about 2005, like all the series, from Star Trek. But, one thing is you do feel a little disheartened, even if you're a big lover of Deep Space Nine, you might feel like the ending was like, who? Or
yeah,
Voyager, the ending was
yes,
really kind of rushed.
it was,
Now, the last
yeah,
season of Babylon 5, was a surprise season. They didn't know if they're gonna be canceled or not, so maybe it wasn't the best. It could have been better, but it's still that whole season had a very good denouement in kinda, like, bringing the whole series to a close and then setting up the other one afterwards, which didn't work out well, Crusade.
mm, Well, thank you, Albert, for dropping in. By the way, Albert, I look forward to hitting my leg fiddle with your bow. I'm sorry I haven't done the unboxing yet, but it's on my to-do list. And again, I haven't done it yet because I want to make sure that these unboxing videos are of the highest quality because you guys have contributed so much to my instrument collection and to my channel. And I want to make sure that these unboxing videos are impeccable. So I got to get a few things out of the way before I can fully concentrate on creating some really nice unboxing videos. But I can't wait to hit my leg fiddle with your bow and see what it sounds like. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a fun, fun, fun experiment. Sorry I disappeared again. But that is a sign. Has a message for us. Scott says, by the way, I may not be able to be with you guys on Earworms tonight. I might still be visiting. Okay, Scott, you are our rock, but you deserve a break. And so, no worries, Scott. I mean, again,
Yeah, definitely catch us afterwards because we have another person joining us this evening. So we're gonna have a
yeah, you
co-host that is has never been on before, at least
really?
not on Earworms.
On who's our new co-host?
Oh, let's let it be a surprise. Well, for anyone who knows, if otherwise people might. You know.
Hmm.
Well, it's somebody that knows, has actually met J. Michael Straczynski and knows a lot about the behind the scenes stuff and everything. Kind
Behind
of
the scenes of what though?
Babylon 5, what we're
Really?
covering. Yes.
Whoa. Okay, I'm intrigued.
Now, I'm not saying it's a Hollywood person. It's just someone that, has worked in that area and, you know, knows more than the average person, shall we say. So it'll be
Wow.
fun.
What a treat. I'm intrigued, folks. Again, in the video description box, there's a link to Lawrence's channel, The Wayfarer Project. Go in there and go to his channel and press the notification button on the upcoming stream. That's the stream we're talking about, folks, and it starts at 7. So, yeah, it would be a lot of fun to have you guys there. No worries, Scott. You deserve having a night off. You're always in all of our streams, and we're so grateful. We're grateful to everyone who participated. Albert, Liesel, Tom. I mean, you guys are our rocks, and we really appreciate you.
Yeah.
And so, no worries. This is not enough. This is a very informal thing. Both of our streams are. We just appreciate the interactions that we get and the audience and we get when we get it. And there are no commitments here. No formal commitments. So. If there were, we would be paying you, Scott. Formal commitments require money. So. All right, folks. Speaking of money, I do have a shameless plug.
The way you said that word sounds really evil.
Money? Oh, God.
No, the way you said it. I don't know. It sounds like that older lady in Mickey Blue Eyes that was trying to save some money. Make some money in the art world. I don't know. It's just the
Mickey
way
Blue
she said
Eyes.
it. Yeah, just the
Have I
way she
seen this
said it.
movie? Scott's laughing at us, of course. Of course he's laughing at us. Well,
Yeah.
Speaking of money, because Lawrence and I are
Not good at it.
we're not good at it. We're indie artists.
Well, we're not bad. I mean, we're responsible people. We don't,
Well,
waste it or anything bad. No bad habits here.
no,
Just not good at marketing.
not good at marketing and self-promotion. I think, I mean, I've not run into a single real artist, an honest artist that is any good at marketing or self-promotion. We're trying to become better at it because we are trying to become income self-sufficient through our artistic activities, whether it be live streaming, building musical instruments, performing. We're trying to become self-sufficient with our art. And none of this promotion stuff comes natural to us, and that's why we always come off as very awkward when I want to talk about, my t-shirts. I gotta segue into that because at some point, hey, Kevin and Kraft is here.
Oh,
Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin, he says,
Wow.
I'm horrible at marketing and self-promotion. Kevin, we were talking about you earlier.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna
it's
tell
just
you
really
why.
hard to ask people for, to support and everything like that. You kind of need to, but at the same time,
Well,
I
it's
mean,
not
you feel bad.
it's not so much about asking people for support. It's just about letting people know what you have to offer, because if you don't tell them that you have cool t-shirts, they don't
Yeah.
know. And so yeah, even telling people about the the art that you're selling, it's hard. I don't know why it's is it a, I don't know how I don't know why we artists struggle with this, Kevin. I don't
Well,
know why. Um, but let me tell you, Kevin, we were talking about you earlier because something just occurred to me and Lawrence.
oh,
Um,
wait a minute.
Kevin and McCraft,
Yeah.
who
Yes.
has books on Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm an Amazon affiliate. I should have his books linked with an affiliate link in the streams on my channel so people can access his book and I get a little commission from the sale.
Yeah, and it's not from Kevin, it's
Yeah,
a commission from Amazon.
the commission doesn't come from you, Kevin. They don't take anything from your profits. They just have to
But
pay
yeah,
me for telling people about your book, your
we'll
books, your
definitely,
series.
but here's the thing, we need to have something where we read a few chapters and then have a discussion on it, like a book club and
Well,
meet up.
you don't, that is not a requirement to list an
No, no,
affiliate
no, you
link.
can't require it, but I'm saying that's something that's good to do because we should talk about the story and have some discussions, Um,
Definitely. But
that's
but
part of featuring artists. It's what you do with authors because
okay, camera's not letting me get back on quickly, but this is what I'm going to do, Kevin. Because you showed up in the chat and we are honored that you are here. I'm going to put in an Amazon affiliate link to the Dobro series here, and if I can find the water, was it the water horse or the water dragon? The horror series that you're writing. Oh, Kevin, please correct me in the chat.
what River Horse.
The river horse. All right. So I'm
Oh,
going
just River Horse.
River Horse, which I will affiliate link your Dobro series and River Horse in this live stream and in the live stream where I'm interviewing you. Didn't occur to me before, but I should have done it when you were on the live.
Because you're
And
not good at the marketing.
I'm not good at the marketing. And also, Lawrence is going to apply to the Amazon affiliate program so he can also affiliate link your books on the videos that feature you. And so, yes, I'm so sorry. We should have thought of that. Should have thought of that. Back? Yes, I'm back. And so we will go ahead and do that for you. Kevin, did you want to appear in the live? I can bring you on if you're available. No worries, no worries. But it was great having you in the chat. And so I guess this is a good segue to get to my shameless. This is a good way to get to my shameless plug, right, Lawrence?
Yep.
Yep. So let me play my shameless plug. Scott says, no worries, Kevin. It's just good having you here in the chat, too. Yes, Scott. Scott is so supportive. Scott is more than just a super fan. He's an official mod. And
Yeah.
so,
It's Sundays, man. They're good days to stream, but people are doing a lot of things.
yeah, yeah. Well, anyway, shameless plug. Here we go. I'm ready to share some truly exciting news and a massive thank you with all of you. Because of your incredible support, your views, your likes, your comments, and just your sheer presence here on my YouTube channel, we've hit a huge milestone. My channel is not eligible for fan funding. That includes my very own store shelf right here on YouTube, making it easier than ever for you to find my unique cigar box guitar themed apparel. My designs feature fun characters, like Mona Lisa, holding one of my favorite hand-built cigar box guitars. And while many of these instruments have found new homes, these designs allow me to continue to enjoy them, creating the perfect t-shirts, sweaters, or hoodies for wearing at CBG festivals, craft markets, and gigs. I've partnered with bonfire.com to fulfill my garments, which means that they ship internationally and are sourced only from responsible RAP certified manufacturers. Plus, you won't find my channel logo plastered all over these garments. The focus is purely on the art, the joy of the cigar box guitar, and my quirky characters. My website is discreetly placed just in case anyone asks where you snag such a unique piece. Because, let's be honest, you're interested in the art, not the brand, right? And hey, super subs, remember to use your promo code during checkout, by the way. For those of you who've been with me for a while, you know that this isn't just about making a living. It's about making a life. It's about building a world where I can spend my days immersed in the art of creation, sharing it with people who truly appreciate what I do, like you. Your support is helping me build that reality, and for that, I am eternally grateful. By the way, I'd love to hear from you. What other products would you like to see my designs on? Mugs? Notebooks? Or something entirely different? Let me know in the comments below. Your ideas will help me shape the future of this channel and these creations. Thank you again for everything, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Chaito. Okay, so before my camera goes kaput, first of all, let me make sure that my audio is on here. Ah, yes. Okay. Thank you so much, folks, for joining me in this whirlwind of a stream. I always have whirlwind streams, don't I? It's kind of my modus operandi at this point. But hey, I appreciate everyone who was here and participated in the stream through the chat, and everybody watching. And I thank everyone watching the replay. And folks, I will have those links that I promised up a few minutes after the stream. And so, okay, I got nothing more to share with you guys. I do appreciate you being here. Hope to see you on Earworms at 7 p.m. Yes, fun times, Albert. thank, thank you, everyone. And so, without any further ado, I shall leave you with my diddly bow outro. Have fun, folks. Chaito.